Hi guys, welcome to this reading. My name is Mira and this is Age of Aquarius Oracle. So today I was guided to do a pick a card reading um, with the theme pick a rock between a rock and a hard place. And I was guided to select an Eight of Swords from each of the decks that I have prepared here. And during the preparation, I noticed that kind of the biggest rock at the biggest deck. And yeah, even though those are almost the same, aren't they? Anyway, an Eight of Swords is a card of feeling stuck, and it's a mental prison. It's perceived stuckness. So I have also kind of designed a new spread for this reading. I adapted one of the spreads from what was it? From the Westwood Tarot. This one. I don't know why I was just guided to check the guidebook and at the end there were a few spreads. So if you feel stuck at this point, or if you just feel like you lost the spark or something's missing, or you need to fresh perspective on something, then maybe your reading. I'm going to pull also the zodiac sign for each of the group, but group one will be this huge rock, light colored, light gray. I have no idea what that stone is. If anyone knows, please let me know. And Eight of Swords from what is it called? Ancestral Path Tarot, the biggest tarot deck I own. And then group two is this river rock, or the rock that I picked in the river. And this Eight of Swords from the Westwood Tarot. And group three will be this rock and the Murder of Crows Tarot and this Eight of Swords. Okay. If you already know which group is yours, then you can find the timestamps below. If not, I'm going to pull out now 4 zodiac signs for each of the pile. So for pile 1, we have Sagittarius, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio. Mm-hmm. Group 2, Virgo, Libra, and this is Capricorn. Now I remember. Plus Gemini. And the remaining 4, Cancer, Pisces, Aries, and Taurus. All right, I hope now you can pick your pile, and I'll see you in your reading. Okay, group 1, welcome to your reading. If you felt drawn to this big light gray rock that I picked on a hike, or the Eight of Swords from the was it ancestral path tarot? Yeah. Prepare the dice. Or one of the zodiac signs, which were Sagittarius, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Leo, then welcome to your reading. And let's start. I already pre-shuffled the decks quite extensively, but I'd like to shuffle once I connect with the energy anyway. Let's open up. Mm. Okay. I hope I will be pre-warned if there is any nudity, because I think there is. And also, I'm not sure how those cards are fitting the frame. The devil on the bottom seems to be a theme. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not, nothing is really visible, but just to be on the safe side. We could go a little bit higher. Okay, I think this will do. So the main energy at play here is the Princess of Staves, which is I think this is a page, and Prince is the knight. But let me quickly check. I thought that this deck deserves some airtime because Yes. Because I haven't been using it at all for deck. And I don't know why as a clarifier deck, I prepared, it's Todd Alcott's, I hope I'm this name correctly, Todd Alcott, yeah. Sci-fi deck. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of old sci-fi, but newer stuff, definitely. Star Trek and Star Wars. And I saw this deck and I wanted to have it. The Five of Pentacles in reverse came as a clarifier. Hmm. So this is what's blocking you, at least from your current perspective. The main issue is you have some sort of passion project, and Five of Pentacles in reverse seems like you feel abandoned in your efforts. Hmm. This position is about unseen corner, something that you overlooked, and that's a hermit. So maybe you didn't know, or you don't want to accept that this might be a solitary journey, a project. And you feel abandoned and alone, sort of, with the hermit. It's not something you expected. From a bigger picture, with the Four of Cups, you sort of question now if if this is what you wanted. If you have Queen of Cups in reverse, yes. If you don't have the support or the validation, maybe. What's your spirit guides or spirit is conveying here with this message, with the Queen of Sacred Circles, it's called in this deck, but it's the Queen of Pentacles, is that if this is your path, then you will be doing what you are doing because you love doing it, because you love giving, because you love taking care of someone, something, regardless of some sort of validation or the type of the validation maybe you hoped for. Not that I like what I'm saying. Sometimes I don't know. Maybe that's one of the reasons I find some certain readings very difficult and certain messages difficult to convey because I disagree with them so much. And I mean, that's not my place to judge it. And yeah, but I feel like my resistance is somehow tainting the message. So I'm trying to remove my ego or opinions out of this. Trust me, I'm trying very hard. Can we clarify the Queen of Pentacles, Judgment, and Emperor? A power like unto a god. The last days of planet Omega. Whatever that means. Can we also mean that the last days, that maybe things will be shifting? I mean, I don't want to jump ahead too much, but emerging possibilities or outcomes is the Four of Staves, so Four of Wands, which is celebration, prosperity, home, you know, very good outcome. But also it can be unrelated in a sense. I don't know why, but that's what I got. Your abundance may come from different sources, is what came through. Okay, back to the focal point. This is your karmic path. You stepped into it already, or karmic path, your purpose, sort of, to do what you are doing. Maybe you need to find the lesson from it's justice in reverse. Sometimes what we give comes back to us from a different place, right? We can't expect that. Sometimes we are giving to people and energies that are not capable of give back to us yet for some reason. And it may seem unfair at times, totally. But this is what you came here to do, regardless of validation from outside sources, or how the karmic justice will be served. How are you going to receive for what you are giving? Okay. What's shifting is Seven of Swords in reverse. What I'm getting is that there was some external influences, possibly direct on or energetical people not wishing you well for some reason. And that is what is changing. Can we clarify the Seven of Swords? Ten of Swords in reverse and King of Swords in reverse. Yes, okay. So there was or is. Some, King of Swords is typically a narcissist energy, right? It doesn't have to be automatically, but it's that cold, harsh energy that will put you down to show you your place. And with the Ten of Swords in reverse, this is definitely what is losing its power on you. So this is good. There's definitely a positive development. The divine guidance here is temperance. Temperance is all about balance. I don't know exactly what do you need to balance. The High Priestess, okay, with the pomegranate. And what is this? Nine? Nine of Pentacles. Oh, beautiful. Luxury at the end of the world, an oasis of richness to sustain herself. Of riches, sorry. Oh. Okay, so the, to balance the spiritual and the earthly, the validation, um, this is what I was getting here with the Four of Staves. Universe will give back to you if you are putting out love and you are doing something for the collective, for the society at large, for humanity. Let's put it like that. And even if it looks like it is not appreciated from the people you are doing it for, maybe on a larger level, it is definitely appreciated. I wanted to clarify the justice, but I didn't. I forgot. Maybe I can do it now. So what I forgot to say here, yeah, to balance out, and the support will come probably from other sources. And yeah, Page of Wands, new days dawns on the planet of the spirit. And this is the Page of Wands, right? Again, it's the same card. The passion, the trust, regardless of the validation. The optimal path is the Knight of Wands, and it's in reverse. So this is telling me not to push it too hard for success. The Two of Pentacles. Yes, trapped between two realities. Can she keep her balance? Maybe you feel like you are trapped between two realities. And Four of Cups. Again, we have it here, right? Which was the insight when you look at things from higher perspective. What does it say? Have you checked your blind spot? Maybe there is something you don't see. But Two of Pentacles again is about balancing or maybe deciding why are you doing what you are doing. The Four of Cups is also traditionally a card of boredom, but here it specifically says, have you checked your blind spot? There's something you don't see. So take that how it resonates. And the emerging possibilities or the outcome is Four of Staves. So Four of Wands. Celebration, success. It's also sort of a validation from at least one. Oh, and we have the. I wanted to claim this reading as well. I mean, I thought that my group will be group 3, but almost all of my signs came out here: Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius. I have only Libra additionally in my chart. That's it. If I don't count like Lilith and Chiron or yeah, obscure things like that. But now I don't know, you know, and maybe that's also part of the resistance that I felt. Um, but yeah, that's for each of us to think about, I guess. So, as a clarifier, we have a Wheel of Fortune in reverse and Three of Swords in reverse. And this is basically saying to release the emotional pain connected to maybe to the process or progress, why you feel stuck in maybe the stuckness that you are perceiving is not being stuck at all. You are just looking at a wrong signal. Yes, you are evaluating what is going on or what you are doing based on wrong, how is it called, Mm, measurements points. And changing that will change your perspective and will also change your future. It is the way out of the cycle. Basically, basically it's the same old cliche advice to reframe your reality. Look at the positive things, look at the things that are working, look at the things that are evolving, not just look at the one thing that is not moving or not working, where you think you are stuck, where you think you or where you don't see progress. I don't uh, Not only that you think or you are imagining it, i I believe that there is something where you at what you are looking at, and you don't see progress. And with the devil on the bottom for the whole reading, it's some kind of fear that is holding you back. And breaking out of it is reframing what you are looking at. I mean, the decision is yours. What do you want to do with your future? But it seems like you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Yes. Okay. And I prepared the dice, but I didn't need the dice. Just going to pull out one Ancestor Spirit Oracle card, and we are going to leave it here. Go after your goals. Persist, encourage, advance. Okay, perfect. Hmm. Take charge and move forward in your life. The universe is encouraging you to pursue something that is important to you. It doesn't matter how big or small it is, go after it. You have been consciously working on yourself and are now ready to take on anything you want to achieve. Do not hesitate. Take this card as a sign that you can be more and be more. Stand up for your beliefs, stand your ground, and do not be swayed by opposing ideologies. Perfect. I think it fits very, very well with the reading and as advice. So, thanks a lot for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I hope you felt seen and heard. I hope that this message brought you some clarity. And if you liked it, please consider subscribing and liking this video. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. If you felt drawn to this river rock or this Eight of Swords canary trapped in a cage, or you selected based on your zodiac sign, which was Virgo, Libra, Capricorn, or Gemini, then this will be your reading. So we are asking in this reading, where do you feel stuck? Where do you feel like you are between a rock and a hard place? What would be the guidance from your spirit guides and maybe possible outcome? Okay. So we're doing a 9-card spread. Just use the space. Okay. The main issue for you is the Three of Swords in reverse, emotional pain. And Three of Wands in reverse on the bottom. All right. This is the Seven of Wands. Okay. What you don't see is that you have options, and you have a lot of very interesting options. If you are stuck on something that doesn't work, didn't work, it was or is causing you emotional pain, the insight we could get when looking at this situation from a higher perspective is that you possibly set your boundaries or just walls too high. There is a need to break down some of them. You do you. The decision is yours, but this is what's coming out in the cards. All right, I have a clarifier deck, but I did not need it. But let's shuffle properly first of all. And clarify the seven of wands in reverse, please. Yes, Queen of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. With your stern rules, you may be standing in your own way. And Nine of Pentacles is single energy, right? But it's also either you are standing in a way of your prosperity, abundance, or if this is about the material wealth, then, and with the dragon, I was also sort of getting that you don't have anyone to enjoy it with because of your boundaries, because of your rules, principles, something, and I'm sure what it is. Something when you were too losing language yet again. Stern, yes. The focal point is the world. Fantastic. Let's clarify it. I mean, it can mean literally you have the whole world is your oyster. I was kidding. A lot of options. This can also mean online. If this is, for example, about love for you, then maybe I don't know. I can bring myself to recommend to someone using dating apps or something like that, but I don't know. Maybe it's your thing, or maybe it will work for you. I mean, it worked for a lot of people. I don't know why they're doing these things so small. The ashes never managed to fall on this. Okay. Five of Wands in reverse. But I don't know. I don't see it as a, I mean, it's first of all, it's in reverse. Maybe this is your resistance. But I asked for a clarifier in a sense how. Can we get one more? What's on the bottom? Two of Cups. Okay, can we get one more clarifier for the world? Uh, that's not one. It's four cards. Oi. Okay. The Chariot, Death in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, and the Three Hairs, which is, I don't know, the Three Fates, I guess. Right, and we have that here, which is the lesson, the transformation. It's the change. That's the truth. Sorry. It's probably the instance. The change, the transformation. You have to, or the guidance is to maybe let your ego mind silence, or I mean, ideally you have to convince all your parts that whatever you want to do is the right way to do, and be okay with that on with all your inner parts. Just not what I mean by that, not to force it, but you have to just, thank your ego for, yeah. um I was now drawn to the Three of Wands, which is probably was also playing into this, is lack of planning. Maybe this is something that you like to have, a plan. You like to know what is coming, and unfortunately, life's not like that. And this is the guidance to look around, to open up with the world, change, internal change and transformation with the death. And what's shifting is Ten of Wands in reverse. So what felt totally impossible for you is changing. The energy is shifting. Your perspective is shifting, or needs to shift. And the optimal path, well, is the Ace of Cups in reverse. Let's clarify that. But what I was getting is to experience or to give without expectations, to love without the need to be loved back. So let's clarify the Ace of Cups, please. Moonlight can be significant for you. The full moon, moonlight. Page of Swords. Yes. Despite the obstacles, despite your ego or inner thoughts, despite not knowing what will happen, because the moonlight, it has a full moon, has a light, but it's only so much light, right, compared to the sun. But still, it's the embrace the unknown is the optimal path. Divine guidance is King of Wands. To trust in your abilities, to trust in your emotional strength, to approach life bravely, boldly, with the certainty I have what I need to overcome whatever life will throw at me, and believe that because it is true. It is a very important lesson that yoga taught me, that the fear of pain is much more powerful than the pain itself. Or the imagined pain is usually much bigger than the real one, or often there is no pain in the end. The resistance is causing the pain. The fear is causing the pain. In certain poses, I mean in yoga. And I learned to let go of that fear, slowly ease yourself into it, and breathe through the difficulty, or how to ease the muscles in yoga, right? And just melt into the pose. And suddenly you are, or I was, much, much, much deeper in the pose than I thought that I could be or would be, just by releasing the fear and the resistance of other muscles that were actually pushing against the movement that I was trying to do out of fear of pain. And the emerging possibilities or the outcome, well, it's Five of Cups in reverse. This poor penguin was probably left at the altar. And this is kind of this Three of Swords energy. He doesn't see the other two cups. So I don't know if this is about love for you. It could be, doesn't need to be, can be about anything, but it's something that that is or was emotionally hurting you. Again, you don't see the other possibilities, and the outcome is this with Five of Cups in reverse, you realizing that there are other options. Let's clarify the Five of Cups. That's it. Okay. Eight of Cups and Temperance in reverse, both in reverse. Okay. Well, what I got instantly was, and maybe things that are options that you already discarded with the Eight of Cups. And the Temperance in reverse is speaking about imbalance. I don't know if this, what I'm getting is maybe unrealistic expectations sometimes, but this is your learning opportunity. This is the lesson that unfortunately universe is teaching you because I guess you needed it. Yeah. Okay. There are many things that are not possible to plan. Mm. There is something else. Also with the temperance, this is you finally balancing this situation and seeing your options, seeing your other options. I think I already said that, didn't I? Okay. I pulled an Ancestor Spirit Oracle card for group one, so let's pull out one here as well. I think this reading was somehow shorter than the group one. Okay, I did less clarifying. I was resisting way less the message. Okay, they don't want to come. So connect with animals. Animal spirit guide healing, past pets, and family connections. Respect people, kinship. Okay. So maybe connection with your family will help you. Reconnection with your family. Hmm. It's time to reconnect with your family. You don't need to live with or spend a lot of time with them like Samoans, but perhaps you could call or visit a family member. Your family doesn't have to be biological. They could be your adopted family or friends. Sometimes our biological family are no longer part of our lives, and that is okay. It is important to create your own family in whatever way suits you. You may even view your pets as your furry children or family. Mm. This card can also be a sign that family members, past or away or living, are trying to contact you. Wow, okay, now it makes sense why it's coming together with the connect with animals. Maybe you have a past pet. Maybe it's time to get a new pet. You have a natural connection with animals. They are drawn to your energy and trust you. You have a gift for communicating with and healing all kinds of animals, including fish and birds. You may have been thinking about working with animals, adopting a rescue animal, volunteering at an animal shelter, or looking after injured wildlife. If you already work with animals or have pets of your own, this card is confirmation that you are on the right track. Keep up the great work you are doing with animals. Okay, so definitely take it how it resonates. I mean, probably not everyone is working at an animal rescue, but if this is something that calls to you, then by all means. And also the wildlife, yeah, with the world and koalas, maybe that resonates as well. I mean, I chose an animal deck for this pile as well. Even the clarifiers are bunnies. Okay. I hope that this message brought you some healing and clarity. I hope you felt seen and heard. If you like this message, please like and consider subscribing. And thank you very much for being here in any case. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, group 3. If you felt drawn to this rock, I actually dig out in the woods when I was digging out a grave for my deceased cat last year. Or this deck, The Murder of Crows, with the Eight of Swords displayed. Or you selected based on your zodiac sign, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, or Aries, then this will be a reading. Welcome. And we are asking in this reading, where do you feel stuck? What kind of guidance spirit guides have for you? Okay. A little bit longer. Hmm. 10 of Swords in reverse and Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, so the situation is kind of uncomfortable and there is no spark, there is no... Okay, no idea how to get out. Oh, baby, what are you doing? My cat is trying to crawl through 10 of stuff that is on the table next to me. Okay, she's a ninja, she managed. Boy. This is the Page of Wands on the bottom. Page of Wands was the theme in the group 1, I think. Okay, so where is my spread guide? Right. So the main energy at play here is the Knight of Swords, which is interesting. I mean, the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight. Its action is going after what you want. And this is where you feel stuck. Let's clarify. Funnily enough, in the unseen corner, which is something that might be overlooked and missed, is Moon in reverse. So some sort of secrets and illusions. And the insight from a larger perspective is Seven of Cups in reverse. It's again like not seeing this whole with the Moon and Seven of Cups. It's illusion. Everything is heavily. So, unfortunately, I ran out of storage, and the I had trouble understanding the energy. I said it in the reading. I don't know what it is cut off, but probably before I said it, that it is somehow shrouded with the Moon in reverse and the Seven of Cups in reverse. And that's when I said that I need to get something to drink, and I paused the reading. Wanted to pause the reading when I found out that it's not recording. Anyway, so let me recap what I said in the part that was not recorded. So the energy at play here is the Knight of Swords, which is the fastest moving sword. This is the go energy. This is the drive, and you are giving and doing. But for some reason, I mean, this whole reading was about where do you feel stuck or how to get out of this situation between a rock and a hard place. And I'm looking also at this page of wands, which is the passion, follow your passion. Here, what this is saying was this, what is this giving me is that you are going for something that is not really from your heart or what you want. You were sort of seduced into something. And as I was saying, this is with the Seven of Cups in reverse, not seeing the other options. The Hermit of in reverse with the Ace of Swords. You're isolated or you focused solely on one thing, which is not bad in itself, but it's somehow what you don't see coming, right? This is the unseen corner, and overlooked or missed energy is the Moon in reverse, and that's what I wanted to clarify as well. It's not a reading, let's be honest, that mm, I would like to receive, at least so far. Let's see how it goes. Because only really take this if it resonates. I don't want to tell you that you're doing something wrong, because we are on this path and we are always where we need to be. And the lesson is to slow down, sort of take a scenic route, observe what's going on. Maybe it's not maybe it's how you're doing certain things. That's what I'm getting right now. With the Empress in reverse, is maybe you were seduced by the way the others are doing, what you are doing, and that's why you feel stuck, because it is not from heart, it is not how you want to do things, and that's why it's not progressing, because you're not in alignment with your soul or with all your inner parts, your inner child. I'm getting, yeah, let's clarify the moon in reverse. Okay, I didn't see what that was. Okay, that's enough. Knight of Pentacles again. Oh no, sorry, this is Knight of Wands. But why I say Knight of Pentacles? Why did I say Knight of Pentacles? Doesn't matter. I'm getting what I'm getting. I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm learning to trust it, because my strongest clair is claircognizance, and as all the clairs, it's a blessing and a curse. I know everyone is struggling with, probably with theirs, and every one of them has its pressure points. Let's put it like that. I have trouble believing what I'm getting. That's why I also like a lot of clarifiers and reversals, to really almost spell out what I get. Sometimes from a single card. Sometimes I just talk and then the clarifier comes. Ah, yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I sort of need that. And I have no idea why I just told you. Anyway, um, what's shrouded? What's the illusion? We have Ten of Swords in reverse, which is the best Ten of Swords I ever saw. Right? It's not even in her back, just behind. King of Pentacles in reverse, and Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Anyway, it pretty much sums up what I was saying. The King of Pentacles can also indicate it may be connected to the finances. And with the Knight of Pentacles here in reverse, also that's why maybe your motivation is lacking, why you feel stuck. This is what you don't see, right? The Ten of Swords in reverse could indicate that the things are changing, but we have other parts of the reading to to do that. What I'm understanding here from this, that this is again something that you created, this situation with some beliefs that, well, you created it, not that like you did it on purpose. But it's Eight of Swords anyway is a self-imposed prison, right? So there are some beliefs that you have that cause this illusion, and this is maybe about the motivation, about the speed, about financial part of whatever you're doing. Or maybe you were focusing on those things. It now feels like these all three groups are somehow related. Interestingly, I don't know. And I lost the where was I? Oh, Okay. I was also hoping that I don't have to re-record group two because I think something went wrong there as well. I saw it was in several files, but I didn't check it really. What was it about group two that I wanted to say? I don't know. In any case, if you felt drawn also to group two, then you can watch it if you feel guided to. Let's move on. Um, the main focal point is Three of Wands in reverse, which is the lack of planning. And that is not necessarily a bad thing, right? It, we approach every energy neutral. Everything has its positive and its negatives. What is shifting is Ten of Cups, which is beautiful. That is the energy of success, abundance, togetherness, connection, family, friendship groups, soul tribe. Okay, so let's clarify the Three of Wands in reverse. Temperance. Okay, so balance. The Star. Wow. Okay, both major arcana. Mm. Okay, so the guidance is to find the balance between what you love doing, what is your wish fulfilled, with the Knight of Wands, which is the lesson to to go after what you want, but not at all costs, or not to push so hard that it won't be fun anymore. Because this is also the right, the whole theme of the reading, the passion in something that you are doing. It's like you're pushing for, I don't know, too much, I don't know, regularity, or you are expecting your outputs to be uniform in some way, with the planning in reverse, predictable even. And this is not how human beings operate, how creativity works. It has ups and downs. Yes. And it's okay. And even if you saw regular output for in something for a while, it doesn't mean it stays like that forever, right? I wanted to clarify the Knight of Wands, which is the main lesson. Seven of Swords in reverse, and Wheel of Fortune. Yes. So this is kind of a release of the structure of the boundary that you put on yourself, And with the Wheel of Fortune, start another cycle, flow, more playful. And I even selected, right, Adventure Time as a clarifier deck. Let's clarify the Ten of Cups. How is this shifting? That is shifting. Maybe it mean different people. Queen of Wands in reverse. The Sun. Okay. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, yeah, that's what's shifting. That's the energy probably that you were at times in, which means it's a little bit jealous energy. There may be this kind of prickly inner critic, um, and you stepping into Ten of Cups with the Sun as well. Maybe spend more time in the Sun. Here in Northern Hemisphere, it's finally almost spring. The birds are chirping. The sun is shining. I have to get at least a few minutes of sun after this reading. I'm going to do that. Okay. Where were we? Right. The optimal path again is star. What we have here, which I'm interpreting well here as healing and flow, authenticity, pouring into what heals you. Let's clarify the star here. King of Wands in reverse. Yes. And Ace of Wands. Less structure, more play. King of Wands, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's almost like it's less of this energy, more of Ace of Wands. Maybe this is also what you are healing. Quite cruel inner critics that are setting you up with unreasonable expectations. Your divine guidance is Ace of Pentacles. Is it? Or is it the Magician? No, this is the Pentacle. I don't remember how the Magician cards work. I don't know. But that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. The creation, the intention, yeah, that the intention is the most important thing. Fell on the floor. The Emperor. Perfect. To create out of your place of power and love. We had the Empress in reverse, right? Can we get one more? No, right. It has to be a magician. That's because they are all four here: the stave, the pentacle, the sword, the cup. Yes. I don't know why I really selected decks I'm not familiar with that much today. For all three groups, just maybe to challenge myself and to Three of Swords. Okay. Despite maybe your internal push and pull, because what I'm getting is you have really I mean you probably already know that you have quite harsh inner critics that were, well, probably from people from your childhood that behave like that, and we internalize that. Let's clarify the. This is Page of Swords, right? Which is the possibilities or possible outcome, which is, well, you learning something, judgment in reverse, learning that you will that we always get what we send out to the universe. That's what we are getting back. And Nine of Coins in learning is your fulfillment, sort of your legacy. Here, this guy, I don't know, I have no idea who that is. These people are reaching out to him, but he doesn't really care. He's playing for his enjoyment, and this is maybe what you need to understand, what you need to learn. And again, as I said, it's a kind of similar message that it was, I think, in group 2. Okay, for all the groups, I got the Ancestor Oracle card, so let's get one here as well. And then I'll leave it here and go sunbathing a little bit. Remember who you are, but many cards came out, so let's take 1, 2 tops. Group 2 had 2. Notice the signs, investigate symbols, nature spirit, and psychic strength, shield, talisman, gold light. Notice the signs. It is no coincidence that you have drawn this card today. Your spirit guides and past loved ones are trying to help you and want you to get your attention. They will send a sign or message 3 times, so as you pay attention. Make a note of any symbols or coincidences. You might find 3 coins, meet 3 people with the same name, or be visited by 3 crows. As you get to know what each sign means, your spirit guides will continue to use them to get messages through to you. Okay, I don't know if you are in the psychic field. Um, Possible. So you are getting messages. Um, okay. I was just trying to see how this all ties. It doesn't have to necessarily. I mean, the oracle card to tie into the reading, because the main issue was the lack of planning, which was the perceived stuckness, the unpredictability. Well, life is not predictable. I mean, only to a small part or level, how to call it. So, psychic strength, shield, talisman, gold light. When you are feeling drained or vulnerable, you can cheat yourself psychically and emotionally. This card encourages you to look after yourself by setting firm boundaries. Remain unattached to comments or attitudes that are unhelpful. Put out a hand for help where possible and surround yourself with positive energy. Staying focused on your goals and your loves will bring strength. Okay. In any case, this is interesting. It was about protecting your energy, and I don't know. I kind of I'm not sure if it's recorded or not, but I was saying this at the beginning with the front row, that this is all very shrouded with the 7 of Cups in reverse, that there are things or options you don't see, and with the Moon in reverse, which I was kind of getting that that might be an external energy, right? That is confusing you in a way. I thought that it could have been your inner parts, but can be also external energies that are influencing you. And here is the guidance to shield yourself from that. That might be actually what is causing this perceived stuckness. It might be something, mm, I don't know. Well, I was getting an evaluation of something, but I hope that makes sense for you. A Knight of Wands. Right, I was looking for that because this card spoke about firm boundaries, but I remember that I specifically got what kind of boundaries. Oh, because there were some, yeah, 7 of Swords is not about boundaries. This is 7 of Wands, but I mention it here because this is something that you created internally for yourself, but now I'm getting, well, also with this card, that it could be energetically influenced by external energies. And this is the main lesson, right? The Knight of Wands. To go for it, maybe despite the difficulties, maybe despite the unpredictability, lack of planning, a little bit lack of clarity with the Seven of Cups and Moon. Interesting. I would love to know what this is about, if it resonates. What was the outcome? Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Okay. Well, the outcome is good. It's a lesson, like everything in life. It's not something happening to you, right? It's something happening for you, through you. And the optimal path is a path of, yeah, healing and passion, right? Follow your passion. And yes, in life sometimes it will hurt. It's always like that. Eh, we need to have this polarity in order to see and to enjoy the positive feelings. We need to have the negative ones. Right. Okay. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Very interesting reading. I love the confusing ones the most. um, I hope this brought you some clarity and healing, or at least some uh, food for thought. If you felt confused totally, then maybe this wasn't a reading and check another group or another reading. In any case, if you liked it, at least for entertainment, then please like and consider subscribing. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.